All right, we got a little long time no see here. It's been another, 12 minutes since we've last seen one another. Good news is we've got NBA to talk about here to round out this Friday slate. And we got one of the best who's going to throw a whole lot of props at your way is Mr. Prop Andy Lang in the house on the NBA Tip-Off Show. And Andy, I mean, listen, 3 games on the slate here tonight, coming off a monster night of upsets last night in the association. One of those teams that played last night, of course, was the Oklahoma City Thunder, handled business against Orlando. Now they're taking on a Miami team here. A lot of eyes are going to be on that game as Miami is certainly well rested right now. Milwaukee and Cleveland are going toe-to-toe here tonight. And then, of course, I think the Charlotte Hornets still play in the NBA, although I'm not sure. They're taking on the Sixers here. So why don't we start with that game quick and start by, I don't know, is there anybody you would look at in this game? Anything pique your interest from a prop betting perspective as the Hornets? Well, they ain't got a whole lot going right their way right now.
Correct. They do not have a whole lot of things to brag about. I mean, at this point, does anybody else need to play? It's just LaMelo Ball. It's like this is all that their entertainment value is worth, and like the team knows it. Like just have him do everything. Some of his numbers are just completely outlandish, but we'll take his over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. He's gone over in 6 straight games, 9 out of 10. Philly gives up 15 rebounds and assists per game to point guards. These potential assist numbers are insane. He's had 19 and 23 potential assists the last 2 games. I mean, that is next level with how much you are dominating the ball just to even get those. Now, it's good that he actually is having the assist, but he's just shooting the ball a lot. He's getting a lot of rebounds, and the 76ers, they give up 15 rebounds and assists per game to point guards. So his usage rate, he averages a 40.8% usage rate. Like he just runs everything. So if you got a guy that's running everything, you might as well take his over in some of these categories. And then if Joel Embiid plays tonight, I would take his under 1.5 made threes. He hasn't done this all season. He only took 2 3-point attempts in the last game, and he's shooting 20% from threes this season. And now he's dealing with a sinus fracture. Joe, do you think MMA fighters look at some of these NBA guys and they're like, are you serious? like you got smacked in the face and you're out for a week? like that it's yep. I don't know. It wasn't even that violent of a shot, but here we are with Embiid. But if he plays, I'm fading his shooting threes. I can't imagine a sinus fracture is good for aiming your 3-pointers.
It's absolutely mind-blowing there. LaMelo Ball, though, looks to be finally, I guess, maybe healthy enough to go here tonight for Charlotte. But you never know. He might trip on the way to the game here. And then absolutely, like you said, Andy, maybe break his esophagus or something, and he'll be out. Not sure how these NBA players do it, Andy. I really don't. But they get paid an awful lot of money to get hurt, don't they?
Yeah, and speaking of which, here comes a notification. LaMelo Ball is out. Left calf injury management. So
there it is.
There you go. There you go. Boom. Welcome to the NBA. I don't know why the ratings are down, Joe.
Yep. Yeah, I can't figure it out. But that is the NBA, quintessential NBA right there as we look to bet LaMelo Ball. And guess what? He tripped and hurt his toe on the way into the building. So he is out. Ave Cash in the house, Titan CT. Good to see you guys. Lean Philly first half, but that first number is long gone, like you said. All right, the other game that we've got going on here, Andy, tonight. Listen, this could be an absolute preview, no? For things to come in the Eastern Conference playoffs as the Milwaukee Bucks are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Interesting game here in this one. Of course, the Bucks are your NBA Cup champions. It is in Cleveland this game, and that number is interesting, isn't it? That number tells me Milwaukee's only playing with 3 people tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is a curious one. I mean, I just want to double check the injury report again, but I believe Giannis is probable. When he's been listed as probable, he's been
Yeah.
playing. Middleton, I believe, is well, he's been upgraded to probable with his illness, and Damian Lillard is out. So that's going to be your lineup. So I guess Lillard being out is why we're getting this big line. But I will tell you, this is a client play that's already been uploaded, and this is a plus money. We have an NBA plus, we have an NBA and NHL pack that's up 4 plays for the price of 1 up there tonight, and this is one of them. We're taking Torian Prince over 1.5 made threes. The key is Damian Lillard is not playing. That is 9.3 3-point attempts that are not going to be being shot tonight. And Torian Prince has been really good with Lillard out of the lineup. He's had 3, 3, and 4 in 3 games he's played without Lillard this season. He's averaging 6 3-point attempts in those games, and he's shooting 50% from 3-pointers. This is a Cleveland team that gives up over 13 made threes per game. That's only 18th in the NBA. When you got no Lillard, you got a lot of shots that are available. And I don't think the books are totally taking this into account because this is plus money. All he needs to do is hit 2 tonight. So I get a guy that's going to take 6 shots and he's hitting 50% of his threes. Yeah, sign me up all day long.
I love it. Now, I'll give you just some background with this one, guys. Cleveland has won 3 games in a row of Milwaukee dating back to last year. And I believe the 2 games that they've already played this year, Andy, November 2nd and 4th, Giannis didn't play in the second one, but both games were decided by, I think, 1 and 2 points in them. And Lillard, well, he kept them in those games, 41 and 36 points in those 2 games, him not being in it. But that was not the same Milwaukee Bucks team either back in early November that we're going to get here. So this line is very curious here, sitting right now at that number. We'll see what happens and who else might be out in this one. And then, of course, we have the game of the night, which your same game parlay centers around as well. And that's going to be my Miami Heat taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in a absolutely brutal scheduling spot for OKC. I think this is their 3rd and 4 nights. They've been out in Vegas. They lost the NBA Cup Finals. They had to go to Orlando last night. Looked like they ran out of steam in the second half. Now they got to come down here to Miami to take on a rested Miami squad. I mean, what do we do in this game? I love your approach to it because that's about all I can see happening in this one.
Yeah, I think we could see a little bit of a shootout. When you're tired, your defense tends to go away, and that's kind of what I'm looking at here in this one. I'm wondering if Oklahoma City just can't quite bring the defensive intensity to a Miami team that's playing with good pace and great offensive efficiency. So if we're thinking we're getting a little bit of a shootout, let's take a look at some 3-point props. I'll take Alex Caruso just to make 1 3. He had 3 made shots. He only attempted 7 shots last night, but he went 3 of 7 from 3-pointers, first game after the Cup championship. And he's made 2 or more in 3 straight road games. So he's fine on the road. I'll take Shea to make 3+ threes. This is the real roll of the dice. He's 3 of 18 in his last 3 regular season games. He was 2 of 9 in the Cup championship. It's time for him to break out of the slump. He's shooting plenty of them. And if this gets into a little bit of a shootout, a little bit of a run and gun, don't be surprised if you see another 6, 7, 8, 9 attempts. I mean, 2 of 9 is not good shooting, but when you see those attempts, yeah, you got a real good shot to make 3 of them. So it's time for Shea to break out of his 3-point slump. Tyler Hero, he's always good for some threes. We'll take him to make 4 of them. He's made 4+ threes in 3 straight games. If I think defensive lacking, we'll take over 220.5. The last 5 games, these teams are number 2 and number 6 in offensive rating. So in the regular season, we're getting some good offense. So let's see some points and let's see some 3-pointers in this game.
Oh, I like it. Expecting threes, and Lord knows you've got a whole lot of them up and ready to roll in that one. This does feel like the Jimmy Butler showcase game, doesn't it? Like this is just going to be Jimmy Butler. Hey, look, I can still play, and let me drop 30 on you here tonight. But I do think it might be raining threes from across the board. Terrible scheduling spot for OKC here. Miami, Yeah, I think they'd love nothing more than to run away with this one here. So that would not shock me in the least bit, Andy. I do love it for nearly 7-1. I think that's a pretty decent price. Is there? Let me just double check. 217 was the total too, Andy. If we're making all those threes, oh damn, we're flying over that, are we not here?
I really think this is a great over spot.
Yeah.
I mean, OKC. Listen, they're amazing at defense. Of course, we know that they're number one in the league. But like you said, the scheduling spot, you're just not going to be able to bring it every single night. Only 99 points given up to Orlando. And the other interesting thing about the championship game, I think it's a little bit lost. It wasn't like Milwaukee put up 120 points in that game. Milwaukee only put up 97. It's just they didn't really, they didn't have to do anything else because OKC was bricking it. But you got some really good defensive performances here in a row from OKC. It's a letdown spot. I really, really think this is just a terrible spot. And then, they get a couple days break and don't have to play till Monday against the Wizards. So you get a nice letdown spot here for a nice home game on the 23rd, and then you don't play till the 26th. So yeah, they could be out of steam. Could be a little tired legs here. What do you think Jimmy Butler is interested in showing off, or do you think he takes it easy because he doesn't want to get hurt if he wants a trade? I'm serious.
Jimmy he's a fickle kind of guy. So the fact that people are thinking and saying, you waited a year too long, maybe 2 years too long. Jimmy's, he's best days are behind him. He hears all of that. So this would not shock me if he shows up and shows out in this game. I mean, listen, it's not like they can dump him off to anybody. That contract is ridiculous. So, he might be a little past his prime here, but the reality is he'd have no problem in a showcase game tonight with only 3 and that really being the focal point. And I don't see, I could definitely see him going at SGA and going at it in this one here. But Tyler Hero, to your point, is probably going to be the star of this game because it's going to be bombs away. So there is Andy's same game parlay tonight, guys. Write it down. Don't say that he didn't give it to you. Nearly 7-1 plus 675. The over alt line 220.5. Tyler Hero, 4 or more made threes. SGA, 3 or more made threes. Caruso even chiming in and getting one here. Bottom line, I can see all of those things happening. Peasy likes Bam Adebayo over 4.5 assists. Don't hate that one either. It did open up at 215.5. And yes, Titan CT, it is definitely being bet up there. Bam Adebayo going up against Hartenstein. Is that what we're looking at, Andy?
Yeah, actually. So I do videos on social media, all platforms, called Andy Lang Bets. We do a video every day. Is this trend your friend? And it was actually Bam Adebayo over 4.5 assists. That was today's video.
Really?
Gone over in 9 out of 10 games. The worry is that he's gone under in 3 out of 4 games against OKC. But this is a little bit of a different OKC team because last year they didn't have Hartenstein. So maybe throw out those numbers. He's been close to this number against OKC, but again, a little bit of a different team. And yeah, if Hero's bombing threes, Bam could absolutely get more than his fair share of assists. So I like it, Peasy. That was today's social media video.
Oh, I love it. Peasy, are you cheating here? Or did you watch that video and then come in a chat and act like Bam Adebayo 4.5 assists was all you, my man? Listen, no judgment here, man. I am with you. Great nickname here, screen name in the YouTube Shorts chat room right now, Andy. This is a good one. I want to send a shout out to Fart Chart. Fart Chart is in the YouTube Shorts chat room. Well done, sir.
Okay.
I would not have come up with that one myself, but my goodness, that is one I might have to steal. Maybe I can be Fart Chart too, Andy. What do you think?
Fart Chart 810 or something. Yeah,
yes.
First 8 or 9 were taken.
Yes. I mean, really, look at that. It's and it's all lowercase too, not to be out in front of people there. So I love it, Fart Chart. Pleasure to get you here.
It must
Yes.
be running late for his Mensa meeting. He has,
Yes.
a lot of
Yes.
high level.
Well,
thoughts
it could have
to
been
write
worse,
down on
Dan.
Instagram.
It could have been worse. He could have actually spelt it wrong. I mean, so it's
Or it could have
it's
been worse.
kudos
It
to
could have
him.
just been a fart. It could have been a shart. So at least
That's correct.
At least it was just
We've
a
all
fart.
been there. We've all been there. But depending on who wins this game tonight, since I'm all in on Miami, we might revisit fart chart again on Monday. But Miami, for me, Andy's got a same game parlay. And Andy, any more darts plays? What do you got locked and loaded, ready to roll here today?
Yeah, 4% darts play is still up. Grab that. There's other plays that are attached to it, so go ahead and lock that in. 12-3 so far this week in darts plays. And we also have that NBA pack that is up. We got 2 plays that are plus money. We've got 2 in the NBA, 2 in the NHL, so you get 4 plays included in that pack. So having an incredible week. Since Monday, we're up 21 units in all sports, so great time to jump on board. Watching this Florida Tulane game. We're in action there, but cruising along 14-8 in the NBA this year. 2 plays tonight is a lot for me. I normally only have a few plays this week, so when I have 2 in one night, confidence level is very, very high. WT.buzz/AL.
I love this. Are you just going to go toe to toe? I just want to hang out in the chat room with you, Andy, and just watch you bury this guy. But this guy is great. Yes. It's amazing. You're on 25 different shows a day, 50 in a week, giving out plays left and right. And I love the guy that's got to come in over the top and tell you how smart he is after the fact. Drives me crazy, Andy.
Well, he says, why don't you make your picks public? And we do that. You can go right to my account and see the last 20 plays. We post yesterday's plays. And by the way, I don't think there's anybody as transparent as me out there. When I do daily videos, I actually post my year record. I post my week record. I post my 2-year record. We're about as transparent as it gets.
Yes.
And when you're up 210 units in the last 2 years, it's a great thing to be very transparent. So absolutely, Ian, I'll put my picks up against anybody.
Maybe Ian strained his fart chart at the gym today.
That's what I'm thinking.
It might be the issue.
Yeah.
I think this isn't about you, buddy.
Yeah. I wish my balls were as smooth as his head, though. That would be great. All right, Andy, always a pleasure seeing you here, my man. On that note, we will lock it down here on a Friday. Shout out to Peasy, Titan CT, Have Cash. Always a pleasure seeing you guys. Don't forget, give us that thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button here. We always appreciate it. And don't forget, plays are public. Just go to WagerTalk.com, visit anybody's page, and you will see them all. Best of luck with the plays this weekend, guys. Playoff football tonight in college football. Look forward to seeing how this all works out. We'll see you again tomorrow for another edition of Last Call. Until then, guys, cash those tickets. We'll see you.